Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, beautiful souls of YouTube. My name is Trinity, aka Infinite Abundance. Today I'm doing a oracle message for the general collective using the Beyond Lemuria oracle deck. If you're interested in staying for this reading, then please don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button if this resonates with you, and to hit that post notification bell so you can get notified every time I post new readings. If you are feeling called to me, my energy, and to see what you need to know from this reading, I'd like you to just sit with your heart open, your mind open. Take a deep breath for a moment. Get grounded. Be here with me in this moment. Spirit, I ask for you to come forward and bring messages of clarity and guidance, messages for next steps, messages for what we need to know to get through hard times, to bring ease to any discomfort, and how we can better ourselves and better all that we impact. All right, let's see what needs to be known, what needs to be shown. Woo, the violet flame. Getting ready to develop some of your spiritual, your psychic abilities, followed by the third eye chakra, illumination. You are most definitely going through another awakening. Yes, I did say another awakening. We go through many awakenings throughout the course of our life. Awakenings of the mind, the body, the soul, okay? So a lot of people honestly get a little confused because they're not sure where they're at in this awakening journey, but remember that it's different for everybody. Some may have an awakening of the mind first, others may have awakening of the body first, and it takes you on different paths, and your path, your journey isn't going to look the same as everybody else's. The lessons that you are learning, the spiritual downloads that you are getting, the messages from spirit, the next steps that you're supposed to be taking are not going to be the same as every other person that you're seeing on your TikTok For You page or on your YouTube homepage, okay? Or in your life with people that you are talking to. Their callings are going to look and feel different, and that's okay. It's part of what makes all of our journeys so unique and beautiful and special. It's because they're not all cookie cutter, okay? You are bringing a lot of the unspoken to the light. And by that I mean generational truths, generational pain. You're bringing a lot of that to the light. I started seeing dem bones, dancing bones. Like, you're bringing the skeletons out of the closet. You really are. I'm hearing without fear, with so much courage, with so much determination, with so much tenacity, with so much ambition, with so much drive for truth, for justice, for clarity, not only for yourself, but for your whole bloodline. You may resonate with the title Generational Chain Breaker. And if you do, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you pay very close attention to the fact that even though, yes, you are here to impact your bloodline, it is not your responsibility, nor your obligation, nor your only purpose to heal them, to bring them through this journey with you. That is a journey and something that they will have to take on completely on their own. All we can do for others is lead by example. All we can do is share our story and share our truth and hope that they are listening with an open mind, an open heart, and it's not going in one ear and out the fucking other. And if it is, then please don't waste your breath, don't waste your time, don't waste your energy and your resources trying to convince someone that they need to be doing this work with you. Because remember, not everybody here on this earth plane is meant to be doing this work. Not everybody goes through this healing journey. And as unfortunate as that is, it is also necessary. Okay? I'm hearing it might not just be like their time right now. You might have to, I'm hearing like if you let go of the baby bird and you let it fly, eventually it will fly back home. But if you're constantly like, nope, you gotta do this and you gotta do this next step and you gotta do it this way and you gotta do it that way, you're trying to control someone else's narrative. And I'm hearing, are you trying to truly control someone else's narrative or control someone else's healing journey because you love and care about them so much, or because you're afraid of fully stepping into your own, fully taking accountability for your journey, for your healing, for your next steps? I'm hearing the Wounded Healer Project. So you might want to look up a little bit more about what a wounded healer is, and maybe see how it's time for you to take more time to put into yourself before stepping out into doing healing work for others right now at this time. What needs to be known, what needs to be shown for anyone resonating with this message at this point in time. Remember that this is a timeless message, so whenever you see this, whether it's posted on the same day and you see it, or it's posted and you've seen it 3 years in the future, 10 years in the future, this can resonate at any point in time. All right, so we have loving compassion, followed by furred and feathered friends. This is honestly what I'm hearing is going to be a lot about love, trust, and communication. I'm also hearing for some, walking away from humans may like push you towards connections with animals. So maybe I'm seeing the example of someone like walking away from a family member, for example, moving out of your home, moving away from your family, moving out of maybe even a different state, moving into a different state. Maybe you get an animal to travel with you, or you get like an emotional support animal or something like that. I'm hearing to remind you that it's okay if the way that you spend your time doesn't look normal to other people. Like if you enjoy spending time with animals more than humans, that's totally fine. There are plenty of healers that specifically work with animals. There are plenty of people that specifically enjoy the company of animals because they have trouble humaning with other humans. That's totally, totally, totally fine. Again, everybody's path, everybody's healing work looks different. If you've been, I'm getting the message to stay on this healing with animals. I'm hearing to give some examples. There are people who communicate using things like tarot cards, divination, to communicate the needs physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually of animals to their owners. There are people who connect and use their spiritual gifts and abilities in order to release pent-up energy that causes physical pain in the bodies of animals. If you believe in reincarnation, then you are dealing with a soul that is in an animal form, but still has lessons, karmic lessons, past life lessons, and healing that is being done through this journey in this life as an animal. So please keep that in mind, that maybe if you feel really drawn to animals and you talk to animals, like, that's okay. You're not weird. There's nothing wrong with you. There is most definitely a soul who is interacting with you, who is energetically exchanging with you, who is learning from you. Okay, so that felt like a really specific message. So if that message was for you, let me know in the comments. Are you an animal person? Are you possibly thinking about doing some spiritual healing with animals? Maybe you've been thinking about getting an animal. Maybe this is your confirmation that a little emotional support animal, a new addition to your family, would be highly beneficial for you. We have Journey to Wholeness. I love doing readings on YouTube, specifically because I don't have to cover up the tatas like I do on YouTube. I can show you, or like I do on TikTok, I can show you the whole card. This is one of my favorite cards. This is the Journey to Wholeness card. And this is showing a lot of, I'm hearing personal freedom and expansion through you giving yourself the grace to let go of the expectations that you have put on yourself and that others have put on you for your healing journey. And how, I'm also hearing for you to ask yourself, how have you put expectations onto others for their healing journey because of expectations that were put onto you because of yours? How can you release that not only for yourself, but for others that you may have been like kung fu gripping with this spiritual journey and the spiritual growth and development? The next message here we have Sacral Chakra, Core of Creation. Spirit, what do I need to know about this card? I'm hearing following your passions is going to be leading to a lot of this wholeness and a lot of this expansion within your pineal gland. You are going to be connecting with your psychic, with your spiritual gifts and abilities in order to give you infinite ideas, infinite connection to, I'm hearing originality, creativity, authenticity within yourself that brings your personal expression to the light for so many to see. This is going to be, I'm hearing, forms of many self-expression, whether that's artistic self-expression in the forms of, you know, music and writing and dancing and singing, and, you know, cooking is creative expression, and doing all sorts of fun stuff that you can do for yourself to bring your gifts and abilities to the light. It's not just, oh, here's a tarot reading, here's an oracle reading, and this is the way that spiritual gifts are shared. There's so much more to sharing your gifts and your spiritual abilities than just through divination or just through energy work, Reiki, things like that, mediumship. There's so many ways to share your gifts. You, for example, actually, where is the painting? Actually, the painting's all the way across the room. I don't know if you can see it, but over there in the corner right there is a painting that I got from a follower that actually has sigils and activations on the background of it. And there's so many people that are able to use their spiritual gifts and abilities into forms of art, into forms of dance, into forms of song, into cooking, using your spiritual gifts and abilities. Say you're really good with herbs, you like, you know, witchcraft, then you work with herbs, you like to put those intentions into that food. Share those gifts and abilities, kind of like the mom on Encanto. She can like make the food and heal everybody with it. Like, that's kind of what you can do, but with a spiritual twist, with an energetic twist, rather than healing broken bones, you know? Okay. I'm going to see if there's any final messages for anyone resonating at this point in time. Final messages. Final messages. Whoop, dropping cards here. All right. We got 2 final messages. Awakened awareness. You bringing awareness to the multitude of ways that you can bring your light to this world is going to be showing the world so much of you that is vulnerable and raw and real. And you might not even understand these parts of yourself yet. You might not understand why you feel called to share certain parts or aspects of yourself, certain parts of your story, but they will make sense in time. Why you felt like you just had to say that thing, or why you just had to show up in that way, or why you just had to get online and make an oracle reading. You know, this is just one of the ways that I feel called to share my gifts and abilities. What are your ways that you feel called to share your gifts and abilities in the moment? How do you do that for yourself? Is it by painting a beautiful picture? Is it by singing a beautiful song? Is it by sending someone you love a beautiful, heartfelt text message, because your gift is communication? Is your gift your full fucking presence that you give to people in a beautiful, multifaceted way? Because I'm hearing you see what people need and you just shapeshift into that for them. Not in a bad way, not in a toxic way, not in a overstepping your own personal needs or desires way, but in such a loving way, in such a unique way. Because I'm hearing somebody say, like, how did you know I needed that? How did you know I needed that? I needed a hug. I needed a word of encouragement. I needed a pat on the back. I needed a glass of water. How did you know? Your spirit tells you how people need you in that moment, and you act. That is one of your fucking gifts, one of your greatest gifts. But don't forget to use those same gifts for yourself, for your own personal healing. You are not here to only give and give and give and do and do and do and provide for everybody else. I fucking promise you that. No matter how much you feel called to do work for others, whether that's on a family scale, on a local scale, on a global scale, it is not your only purpose. It is first to do that work within yourself, because we cannot heal others if we cannot heal for ourselves. If we cannot grow for ourselves, how are we supposed to lead anybody else to grow? How are we supposed to do that? We cannot be the blind leading the blind. All right? We must first live with eyes, heart, mind open, so we can then be the example for others to do the same. Maybe if you've been feeling a little lackluster in your spiritual gifts and abilities, maybe that's exactly why. Maybe that is exactly why you felt called to this video. because you've been putting so much into everybody else and none back into yourself. So you feel lost or confused or like you are not doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing. What the fuck is the thing that you're supposed to be doing? You know? So maybe just take a minute to sit with this energy now that you've heard this message. Ask yourself, how can I embody my purpose right now? What can I do for my highest benefit? And what can I do for the benefit of those around me? But first, ask about yourself. It's okay to put yourself first sometimes. I know. It's so hard for us to step outside of give, and do for everybody else, because so many of us are completely ingrained and conditioned to only think about everybody else before ourselves. But I'm here to let you know, it's okay to be a priority in your own fucking life. Mind, body, and soul, you are allowed to be a fucking priority. Even if everyone in your life up until this point has told you the exact opposite. Unworthy, undeserving, incapable, whatever the fuck else they can possibly say that has kept you from putting that same work, that same love, that same energy into yourself, it was a lie. You are allowed now to find your truth, to find your worth, to find your purpose, based on nobody else's thought, beliefs, or expectations. Only on your truth. Only on your personal thoughts, your personal beliefs, your personal decision, your free fucking will. Because yes, you do have free fucking will. I'm saying fuck a lot. I know I said final messages, but I really feel like there's one more. So I'm going to shuffle it again. Before I end this reading, I would just like to say thank you to everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that post notification bell. If you're interested in booking private readings with me, check out my website, infiniteabundance27.com. You can also join Patreon if you're looking for someone for a little bit of guidance and assistance on your spiritual healing journey. All right. That is also linked on my website. Don't forget to also go and check out my other socials, okay? All can be found on the homepage of my website. The final message here is, baby, it's time to surrender. You have put so much work. I'm hearing footwork after footwork after footwork. You've really been showing them the footwork, baby. But now is time to surrender and to rest and to relax and to recoup and to replenish. Now is a time to follow peace and joy and pleasure and stillness and quiet and calm. Now is a time to move into full-blown fucking receptivity. You don't have to prove shit. You don't have to prove shit. You don't have to prove that you are worthy. You don't have to prove that you are valuable and that you are deserving to receive. You are simply worthy and deserving. You are simply valuable. Your presence is valuable. Everything about you, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, is worthy of receiving, is worthy of feeling loved and seen and heard. But now is time for you to fully do that for yourself. Start attracting those beings who can also hold space for you in such a holy way, in such a full way. Because you have taken the time to learn what you need from another being. Because you first had to ask yourself what you need from yourself. I really hope this reading resonated with some beautiful souls out there. I definitely resonated with many parts of this reading, so I'm glad that I was able to take this time and to have this energy to come and share this with you and share this with myself, because this was a little gift for myself as well. I love you all so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Please let me know what you thought of this reading down below in the comment section. If you have any requests for future readings, I would love to hear them down below in the comments. If you're interested in being able to request content on my Patreon, you are able to go and join there, and you're able to talk in the private Discord chat room where you're able to request all sorts of different content that I can post on my Patreon, here on my YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok, and more, because I'd love to hear what you guys want to learn from me. me. It gives me a little bit of guidance and direction as well when I don't know what content to make. So it's always appreciated. Thank you all so much. Have a blessed day. Remember, you are loved, you are worthy, and kindness towards yourself and others is free. Much love.